Hey Bitcoiners, Lockie here from Edge21, your daily fix of trending Bitcoin news, analysis, and insights. This is our weekly top 6 where we bring you the hottest trending Bitcoin news stories of the week. This week, we're exploring the most exciting stories shaping Bitcoin's future, from bold price predictions and groundbreaking insights into institutional adoption, to revelations about how Bitcoin could disrupt the global financial system. We're also diving into the latest corporate moves, thought-provoking discussions on Bitcoin's role in sustainability, and what it all means for the future of money. Stick around to catch all the highlights. You won't want to miss this. Let's get started. At number 6, Alex Gladstein took us backstage on Bitcoin Magazine's Bitcoin Backstage to expose the IMF's shady dealings and how Bitcoin could be the ultimate escape hatch. The International Monetary Fund, originally designed to stabilize economies, has become what Gladstein calls a debt dealer of last resort. The IMF traps nations in debt cycles, forcing them into austerity while ensuring US dollar supremacy. Gladstein describes this system as debt colonialism, where countries are economically coerced to serve foreign interests. But here's the twist. Bitcoin offers a way out. With its fixed supply and decentralized nature, Bitcoin empowers individuals and nations to sidestep IMF control entirely. As Gladstein puts it, Bitcoin is a peaceful revolution, a new financial system immune to exploitation. Now onto number 5. Saifedean Ammous, author of The Bitcoin Standard, gave us an exclusive preview of his upcoming book, The Gold Standard, on his podcast. Saifedean dives deep into monetary history, exploring how hard money like gold, and now Bitcoin, shapes civilization. He explains that the harder the money is to produce, the better it holds its value, fostering long-term thinking and societal progress. Saifedean contrasts this with fiat money, which he argues leads to short-term thinking and societal decline. His new book imagines an alternative 20th century where hard money reigns supreme, asking provocative questions like, what if governments couldn't inflate their way through wars? What if wages and living standards grew under appreciating money? It's a fascinating thought experiment that underscores why Bitcoin is often called digital gold. At number 4. Matthew Cratter from Bitcoin University breaks down Roger Ver's controversial interview with Tucker Carlson in a video titled Why the Intel Agencies Want to Track Your Every Transaction. Cratter critiques Ver's claims that Bitcoin was hijacked, calling them complete nonsense. He dives into Ver's history as Bitcoin Jesus turned Bitcoin Judas, highlighting his failed fork of Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, which has lost 99% of its value against BTC. Cratter explains how Ver's push for larger blocks would have compromised decentralization and describes his efforts to mislead people into believing his fork was the real Bitcoin. As Cratter puts it, Bitcoin remains peer-to-peer money, immune to manipulation by any single entity, a stark contrast to Ver's actions. Now for number 3. Dan Bergen from U.Today reports that MicroStrategy, or MSTR, is joining the Nasdaq 100 index on December 23rd after a 6-fold surge in its stock price this year, thanks to its aggressive Bitcoin investments. With 331,200 BTC worth $30 billion in its reserves, MicroStrategy is now seen as a corporate proxy for Bitcoin itself. The company has outperformed Bitcoin this year, with its shares skyrocketing over 600% compared to Bitcoin's impressive 140% rise. Analysts predict this milestone could pave the way for MicroStrategy's inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2025. As Eric Balkunas notes on X, ETFs tied to the Nasdaq 100 index will automatically purchase about $2.1 billion worth of MicroStrategy stock, a move that could further boost its market's position as Bitcoin continues its climb past $100,000. At number 2. Jeff Booth joined Robert Kiyosaki on the Rich Dad radio show to explain why inflation equals climate change and how Bitcoin is humanity's best hope for a sustainable future. Booth argues that inflationary monetary systems force perpetual economic growth on a finite planet, leading to resource depletion and environmental destruction. He explains that technology is inherently deflationary. It makes things cheaper over time, but governments fight this natural trend by printing more money, concentrating concentrating wealth and power while exacerbating inequality. Booth passionately states, Bitcoin saves the planet because it operates on scarcity rather than endless monetary expansion. He believes Bitcoin's deflationary nature aligns with technological progress and creates abundance while preserving individual freedoms. Finally, at number 1. On Natalie Brunell's Coin Stories podcast, Matthew Siegel from Van Eck shared groundbreaking predictions for Bitcoin's future valuation. Siegel highlighted Van Eck's long-term models, projecting Bitcoin could reach $180,000 by next year and an astonishing $450,000 in the next cycle following the halving event. Even more strikingly, Siegel mentioned their forecast of $3 million per coin by 2050 if central banks adopt Bitcoin as a reserve asset at just a 2% allocation rate globally, a fraction of gold's current allocation at 18%. Siegel also discussed institutional adoption trends and noted that 7 countries are now mining Bitcoin using government resources, a figure that has doubled in just 18 months. He remarked that Bitcoin is not just an asset, it's anti-Fed money, emphasizing its appeal as a hedge against inflationary fiat systems. And that's a wrap for this week's top trending Bitcoin news stories. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Edge 21 for your weekly dose of high-signal Bitcoin insights. Stay tuned for more updates and don't forget to check out edge21.co where you'll find personalized content and trending tweets, videos, and articles about Bitcoin. Thanks for watching, stay strong and hodl on.